Yagna, why I am not able to share my screen from the tab?
I think the host must be shared again, so
Okay. I have requested for the host. Can you do it?
I've already given host to the other account actually, Krishna Behra. So from that you have to share it
Uh-huh.
again.
Okay. Again, I have to. It is wasting of time. Okay, let's not waste time. It's not connecting. Hey, hello. Are you there? Hello.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yes, hello. Sorry, guys. Actually, I thought to teach through my whiteboard by writing. Again, teaching theory only you will not understand. I thought to do it, but my My tab is not working, so we'll continue through PPT only. Are you there? So yesterday, we had given some overview about what is machine learning, what is deep learning, what is computer vision, right? And what is data science. So we'll start the machine learning first. Once you start the full pleasure class, I will start from the Python as it was a demo class. So we'll start with machine learning, some of machine learning algorithms. Okay. Just confirm once. Am I audible, right,
Yes, sir.
guys? Am I
Yes,
audible, right?
yes. Yeah, audible.
Hello,
Yes,
hello.
you are audible.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Hello.
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I'm not. Yeah, I got it now. Yeah. So, like for any role, data science and machine learning and deep learning, any role, the machine learning is a must. This is the basic funda you have to learn. So, as this is a demo class, I will start with some of like machine learning algorithms. So, yesterday we have discussed, right? Already we have discussed what is machine learning, what are the type of the machine learning, and so like generally the same thing I will just revise once. So machine learning is nothing but like it is a way of teaching a computer to learn from data and make decision and prediction, right? Like same like how the human learn eventually and do able to think and able to take decision, the same way there's the same way we have to make the computer learn from the data, right? That is called machine learning, which means making a machine to learn from data. That is called machine learning. So generally the machine learning is many types, but we have we focus on only three types. Those are the supervised learning and unsupervised learning and reinforcement learning. Already I told like about what is supervised learning, right? What I told, supervised learning is nothing but any algorithm like apply on label data, we call it supervised learning. Okay, remember label data. We'll discuss about what is label data, what is unlabeled data in further. But as of now, if any algorithm apply on label data, you call it supervised learning. If any algorithm apply on unlabeled data, you call it unsupervised learning. Okay, so reinforcement learning means any algorithm applying on trial and error method, that you call it reinforcement learning. Okay. Let's go. All right. So as we discuss now, what is labeled data and what is like unlabeled data. So this is the basics technology you have to know, because in the further I will use so many times label data, features, output label, target, and I will use continuously. So you should know what is mean by label data and label data. So label data means there is a inputs and outputs. If any data has input and output, you call it label data. See, if you see here, in the left side, there is a marks and there is a result. If you get 95 marks, you are saying pass. Pass means what? This is a result. Marks means what? This is a kind of input. You call it input and feature. Okay. In machine learning, all the inputs you call it as a features. All the result you call it label or output. Label, output, result, all three are similar. Okay. So if you see this is called label dataset. So in this label dataset, input is a marks, output is a result. Result is nothing but a label. Okay. For every input, you have a label. For 95 marks, what is the label? Pass. For the 40 marks, the label is fail. For the 80 marks, the label is pass. For 30 marks, the label is fail. Which means what here? Now tell me here how many features are there in label data here? Can anybody tell me how many features are there here?
3.
Only one. Yes, right? So here features means inputs, right? How many inputs labels are there? Those are called features. So here only one features and output. See, ultimately out like let it be how many features doesn't matter, but the output always one. Okay, output will be only one. So this kind of data you call it label data. In label data, you will have input, output. Unlabeled data means let's take only you have only inputs. There is no label. That is called unlabeled data. So any algorithm applying on this data, you call it supervised learning. Any algorithm applying on this kind of data, you call it unsupervised learning. Let's take some more example. So before that, these are the some terminology you have to know before going through algorithm. So first thing is what is features? As I told, features means what? Features means nothing but inputs. Features are the inputs. So output, label, target means is all are nothing but a label. Okay, which means this is a result. So here what is model and algorithm, right? Every time in machine learning, you will definitely use so many type, like ML model, DL model, deep learning model, computer vision model. So what it mean by model? So in machine learning, model is nothing but is a complex mathematical representation. In machine learning, model means what? Complex mathematical representation, right? So what it mean by algorithm? So already you know algorithm is nothing but a step-by-step process to complete a task, right? So here algorithm means to make a model, what process you follow, that is called algorithm. Okay. That is called algorithm and model. Model means what? It is a mathematical representation. And algorithm means to make that mathematical representation, what kind of steps you follow, that is called algorithm. So what it mean by training data? See, these all are data, right? These all are data. Yes, right? 95 pass, fail, these all are data. So combination of, see, each row is a one what? One data point. Each row is a one data point. How many data points are there? Here, 4 data points are there. So collection of all data points, you call it data set. Okay. Collection of all data points, you call it data sets. So what it mean by training data? If there is a sum of data, you need to train a model, right? Yes or no? If you have a data, you need to separate the data into training data, test data, and validation data. Okay. So any data you will split into 3 types. One is training data, test data, and validation data. So what it mean by training data? By using this training data, you will train your machine. Yes, right. The machine learning is means what? Training a machine means what? Training a model. Okay. Ultimately, you have to create a model, right? So to train a model, what kind of data you use, that is called training data. Okay. Now, once you train a model, but you need to test, right? Definitely you need to test whether it working fine or not. That is called training data. Once it trained, you have to test by using test data. So then what is validation data? So validation data is some kind of new data which the model have not seen in. While training, this validation data is not seen by model. Now the new data you will give to model, you will see whether the model able to predict your output or not. That is called validation data. So anyhow, you know what it means by accuracy. Accuracy means how good it performs. You have to find the accuracy. Loss means how much it deviate, right? Suppose you have 90% accuracy of model, means what? How much deviation you have? 10%. That is nothing but a loss. 10% is a loss. Okay. So these are the some terminologies you have to know before going to machine learning algorithms. So hope you understand what is features and label, model, algorithm, training data, test data, validation data, accuracy and loss. Okay. Now, so what I told, supervised learning means what? Algorithm is trained on label data. Okay. So supervised learning means what? The algorithms trained on label data, you call it supervised learning, right? Even yet supervised learning also two types of algorithm you have. So what are the two types of algorithm? One is linear regression algorithm and logistic regression algorithm. Okay, in supervised learning you have two types, mainly two types. These are the very important for the machine learning. Okay, so what it mean by linear regression? So linear regression means what? Which is used to predict continuation value. See, continuation value means let's forget about what is continuation value category. Come to the data set. So here if you see square feet, bedrooms and price, right? Now tell me in this data set how many features are there? Anybody? How many features are there?
2.
Yes. How many features are there? There are two features are there. Okay. How many output? Output ultimately there should be only one output. Okay. It can be n number of features, but the output will be only one, right? So here how many features are there? Two features. Now tell me how many data lines are there? There are the 5 data lines, right? So collection of all, you call it a combinedly data set, right? In this data set, what is the output? Output is something like a continuation value, right? See, the house price can be 40 lakh, can be 40.2 lakh, can be 50 lakh, can be 50.5 lakh, right? The values, output values are continuation, right? Continuation means what? There is no discrete value like 40.5, 40.05, all the values it will accept all the values. So this kind of values we call it continuation value, right? This value can be anything, that is called continuation. So if any algorithm this kind of data if you follow, that is called linear regression. See, in the definition I told, right, used to predict this value, a continuation value. If any algorithm used to predict a continuation value, you call it linear regression. So here output is a continuation value, right? So can you apply linear regression on this data set? Yes, absolutely yes, because the output is the what? Continuation value, right? Now come to the second data set. So in the second data set also, how many features are there? There are the two features are there. One is study hours, attendance and result. So result is a label, right? If you see the result, it has only two level, either 0 or 1, either true or false, either yes or no, right? See, if you studied 2 hour attendance 60, 0, you are getting 0, which means you fail. Let's take a 3 hour 65 attendance made, again fail. Is there anything in between 0 and 1? No, right? Output only two levels. That is means what? Categorical data. This kind of data you call it categorical data. So
Can
forget
you
about
call it like logical
yes. Hello.
when we can also call it as like instead of logical, I mean conditional regression.
Kind.
Conditional regression. Is it a conditional regression?
It's not conditional regression. See, ultimately the logistic regression also derived from linear regression only. I will explain in further. So here conditional means it will it will not categorical, right? So condition will have so many conditions, but in category you have certain category. See here, if you say conditional regression, 0.5 also will be a conditional regression, right? So, but it should be a discrete value, but 0.5 is a one some kind of continuation value. Okay, so this will be not a conditional regression. Okay, but anyhow, the logistic regression derive from the linear regression only. How you derive, I will explain. Okay, hope you understand, Siva.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. See, so this is the kind of two algorithms: linear regression algorithm, logistic regression algorithm. Okay, so actually I thought to explain the mathematical equation in my tab, but unfortunately my tab is not working. Okay, fine. We'll go. Hope you understand what is linear regression, what is logistic regression. So linear regression, which apply on continuation value. Okay. So don't think the you might question already you have continuation value and features. See, any algorithm deciding on the output values only. Okay. Forget about what features you have. Only you are deciding on the output values. If the output value is a continuation, you have to apply linear regression. If the output value is categorical, you have to use logistic regression. Okay. Uh, so this is kind of this. Tell me, this is a continuation value in marks. Can I apply logistic regression here?
Yes.
This is the data set. Only you have one features, study hours, and marks, right? So in the marks is a output, right? But here output is a only continuation value, right? So continuous, see here I have not written, but it can be marks can be 30.5, like 50.5, 65.75. It can be anything, right? So this is a one kind of continuation data. Okay. So if there is a continuation data, like now tell me how will you can you find out the relation between X and marks? Let's take study hour is X, marks is Y. Analyze the data and find out the mathematical equation between marks and X. Can you find out the relation between the marks and study hours? Let's take marks is a Y.
Relation in the sense, can you explain briefly?
Yeah, relation between X and Y by seeing all the data. See, ultimately, you have to learn from the data and find out the mathematical equation, right? That is model, I told, right? So here, see, this is only simple, only one features. If you see first data, for two value, you are getting how much value you are getting? 35. For three value, how much you are getting? 50. For four value, how much you are getting? 65. So can you able to find out the pattern in data? So
Yeah, I got it.
analyzing data means what? Finding pattern in the data. Did you
Every
find
hour,
out anybody?
every hours like increasing like 15 marks.
Yeah, you have to write the like in terms of marks equal to in terms of X study hours. Let's take marks as a Y.
Actually, I could not catch you like what you were expecting from
I'm
me.
expecting ki how you are getting 35 from 2. Yes, right. Ultimately, you are getting output from the input, right? So how you are getting 35 from 2? You have to find out the mathematical equation. See, 35 means what? How much? If you see the all the data, there is a one pattern it follows. How you are getting 35? Can I say 15 into 2 plus 5?
Yeah, I already told like every hours increasing 15 marks.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I have not heard your voice clearly. Actually, your voice is very low.
Yeah, I'm not using iPhone, so that's why.
Okay,
So I
okay.
already told in the question itself, like every hour is like adding a 15 marks increasing, incrementing.
Yeah. So which means how will you write a equation y equal to 15 into x plus 5? Can I write?
Yes.
Yes. So y equal to 15x plus 5. See, if you see 3 into 15, 45 plus 5 is 50, right? Which means, see, now you analyze the data because you are a human, right? Now you
Yeah.
are able to analyze the data and you are able to make a decision, right? The same thing you have to teach to your machines, right? How will you teach to your machines? Machine can understand any language. Machines understand only mathematical equation. Only machine understand zeros and ones. Only numbers can be understood by the machines, right? So ultimately, to make a machine understand, you have to make one mathematical equation. So here only one features, only output. You have written a one equation that is called y equal to 15x plus 5. Okay, that is a mathematical equation. Can I say y equal to mx plus 6? The same thing. Hope you know the equation. What is the line equation? Y equal to mx plus c. So what it mean by m? M is nothing but a slope. Y c means is an intersection point. See, actually, if I would have my tab now, I would have explained clearly. I'm not able to write anything. I have left this space all to write some mathematical equation and make you understand, but you are able to write.
Yes, you can use like in the bottom having a edit symbol, right? Announce.
1 minute. Annotate is there, right?
Instead,
Okay, but
just a moment if there is.
my slider is very bad. Oh. Siva, can you write on the screen if I say something?
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, write equation y equal to 15x plus 5.
1 minute. Mm. Tell me. Y is equal to.
15x plus 5.
Oh, it is erasing 1 minute.
You are not able to write.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Oh,
Y is equal to
15x plus 5.
15x.
X plus 5.
If y is equal to 15x.
X plus 5.
Sorry, 1 minute. 1 minute.
Not 15, it's a 5. Yes, right. So this is a one kind of, can I say this is a model? Yes, right. It is a
Yes.
mathematical model of your data. As we are human, you analyze the data, you find out the model, right? The same thing you have to make machine understand this is the equation for the data. If someone asks, now if I ask, if I study 8 hours, will you able to predict the marks? Yes, right. Of course,
Yes.
we are
Yes.
able to predict the marks. Already you made a model. Now, if you pass any input, you are able to predict the output. Now, if I study 8 hours means what? 8 into 15 plus 5.
125.
Yeah, that will be the output, right? So, as this is a only simple data, so you are able to make a mathematical model. If I say, let's take, can you remove your annotation so that I can go forward?
Yeah. I removed.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Now, if you see here, see, uh, in before you have only one features, but here how many features are there? We have,
5.
it's around five features on. Sorry, I have missed x1, x2, x3, x4. X4 I have missed. So let's take only here only five features: x1, x2, x3, x5, x6. Okay, x4 is missing. Leave it. So now, can you able to write any mathematical equation for this?
Yeah, give me 1 minute. I will
Yeah.
raise. Student 2 hours and attendance 60. Attendance is 60. Assignment assignments 3. Sleep hours. Sleep hours 5. Project 25.
So it's a very highly tough to write a mathematical equation for this data. See,
Yeah,
there,
some.
Shiva, the data is the linear. The previous one is linear. For any input is following exact your equation, but here it will not follow the exact mathematical equation. So whatever
Yeah.
you will get here, you will get one approximation equation only. Okay. See, when the feature increase, the complexities will be very high. You
Yeah.
see here only five. If I give three features also, it's very tough to write the mathematical equation. But in practical, you will have thousand of features in thousand of input features. It's very tough to the find out the equation. But here, can you write y equal to in the
Yeah.
term
Okay, tell me.
y equal to
Okay.
w1 x1
W.
1 x1,
W1.
similarly for x2 x3 x5 xc, right?
W1
w1
plus 1
x1 w1 into x1.
into x1. Huh?
Yeah, no need to write into, just write w1 x1 plus w2 x2
Can I remove?
plus w2 x2
Plus.
w2 x2. So similarly write for x3 x5 x's. plus W3 X3
plus
W3 X3
okay,
plus W5 X5
W4 or
W4 already missed in data set, right? So miss it.
yeah.
Just go with W5 X5.
Okay. And 6
And below plus W6 plus sorry W6 X6
sorry,
plus B.
plus B.
Yeah. Can I say this is a relation between the output to all the features? Yes, right? I can
Good.
say that
Yeah.
relation between. So ultimately, tell me what is the values you need to find out here.
Here, may you know what is the B?
B is kind of bias. See, there you got y equal to mx plus c, right? Y equal to 15, 15, 15x plus 5, right? The 5 is called something B because only constant you are getting. It is not attached to any features. You got it?
Okay.
Previously, you told me, right, the relation between n and xy, y equal to 15x plus 5. That, sir, 15x, x is a feature. So
Okay.
15, this value is beside the feature, that is called weight, W. Okay, that plus 5, 5 is only one constant value, that is called bias. Okay, so here y means what? Output x1, x2, x3, x5, x6. These all are what? Input features. W1, W2, W2, W3, W5, and W6. These all are what? Weights.
It's
Plus B means what? Bias.
yes.
Okay. This thing you have to know what it mean by X, W, B. Okay. Now see, there in the previous equation, what you told y equal to 15x plus B. That is the equation you are able to represent. But here, do you able to represent this equation? This is a you like your mathematical equation can be like this, you know, but what is the values of W1, W2, W3, W5, W6, B? You don't know, right? If you
Yes.
are able to find out this weight and bias, which means what? You are able to represent a mathematical equation for the data. Am I correct?
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
Yes. So here ultimate goal is what? Finding W1, W2, W3, W5, and W6 and B. If you are able to find it all the this weight and bias values, which means what? You represented your equation. If someone come and tell you study x1 study hour is 2, attendance is 90, assignment is 8, sleep hour is 6, project is 8. If I apply x1, x2, x3, x5, x6, will you get any output? No, because W1, W2, W3, W5, W6, you don't know. Right? This is not a, this is a, this kind of equation you may get, but this is not an exact equation, right? So which means our ultimate goal is finding weight and bias by using algorithms. Okay. So this kind of this if you apply any algorithm on this data, you call it linear regression. Why you call linear regression? This is a linear equation, right? In mathematics, the equation is y equal to mx plus c means what? That is a linear equation. Y equal to mx plus c means only if you are having only one features, that is mx plus c. But here, how many features you are having? You are having 5 features, right? This is a kind of linear equation with multiple input. Okay, that's why you call it linear regression. Okay. Okay. Now, how will you find out W1 and W2 and W3, W5, W6? There is a we'll use mean squared math error. Okay, this equation you ultimately you have to find by using a one algorithm called gradient descent algorithm. I will explain. Before that, let's know what it mean by mean square error. Mean square error means what it mean by error. Error is nothing but is predicted minus actual minus predicted value. What is the actual value is there? What your model is predicted. The deviation you call it error. I told right, error means what? Deviation. Okay, your model, see, if you see here, if I give 263,554, it should, you have to get 45. For these inputs, the 45 is a what? Actual value. If I send this all values to the model, if the model predicted 42, what is the deviation? The deviation will be actual is 45, but your model is predicting 42, which means what? The deviation is 3. That is called deviation error is similar. Okay, that is the difference between deviation error, right? So here, so y means what here? Actual value. Y dash means what? Y cap means what? Predicted value. What is the actual value? What the model is predicting, you have to find out the difference, right? Difference square by n. Sigma means what? You are not having only one point, right? You are having so many points. You have to find out for the all points deviation. You have to submit. You have to submit, and by n means what? How many points are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 points, which means what? Suppose here for this point you will get some error, this point you will get some error, this point you will get some error. You have to sum all the error by 8. That is called mean squared error. First you have to find out the error and you have to make it square and sum it by 8. Okay, I think if I would have my tab, I would have explained better to make you understand. Hope you understand at least what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say. So these all are mathematical things. If I keep talking, I don't know whether you guys are able to understand or not. Are you guys there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, in further like same similarly, all mathematics will be there. So
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah. In further, I will set up my tab. Already I have my tab. I need to set up.
no. I'm asking about like actually for mathematical, I'm not in that expect. Okay, so so same
No,
similarly having a further sessions.
no, 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 no. It's not like that. See, ultimately, these things are will not come. Yeah, like these things only will be asked in the interview only. Okay, there is only 3 to 4, only two algorithm has a mathematics. Okay, I told you that these are the two basics mathematical. These two only having mathematics. Remaining everything is a logic.
No, I'm asking about sigma integrations. So I'm listen to some of them. So in the ML and machine learning, so we need to have a good knowledge on mathematics, like the
No, no,
suppose.
no, no, no. It's not like that. Like you need to have good knowledge means what? If you want to model a model like GPT model, we are not building a model, right? we are looking, we are trying to like work in IT kind of things, right? There you no need mathematical things like many mathematics. See here only basic things. If you know the basic things, what is matrix and what is equation, that's enough. Only probability, some kind of probability. Okay, there is a two, three theorems like base theorems, conditional theorems. That's it. You don't need so much mathematics.
Calculus no need, sir.
Calculation also no need, no need.
Okay.
Calculation no need. Only somewhat statistics and equations. If you know, see, for linear regression and logistic regression only, you'll have mathematics, right? Generally nobody will tell all this mathematics directly. They will go into algorithms, and in machine learning also you no need to implement from the scratch. Already you will have a class in scikit-learn. You just import the linear regression. If you import linear regression, that the class will do all those things. But in the interview, if you know only importing and doing only, they will not give you job, right? So they will test you how much knowledge you have in ML algorithms. So that's why I'm teaching this mathematical things. I will teach only mathematical things for linear regression, logistic regression, and remaining things all are logic. And logics and algorithm, I will explain you algorithms and I will make you code. That's it. Okay, but these two algorithms are the basics algorithms. Definitely they will ask you these algorithms, right? If you don't know the mathematical equation, if you don't know the what is the features, how will you represent label in terms of features, you will not understand what it mean by bias, what it mean by its weights, what it mean by mean square error. They will ask you what it mean by mean square error. If you don't know, if you by heart these things without knowing like how you getting, you might forget. See here also, if you go gradient descent algorithm, so this is the algorithm you have to use to find out all the weights. Okay, so this is not a complex algorithm but somewhat tricky. If I teach in by writing, you will understand definitely, but today I may not make you understand. So I think better to make a one more session tomorrow so that I will set up my tab and I will explain these two algorithms, including mathematical equation, and how to find out the errors, how to find out the weights, how to find out the bias, and how you got this like formula. See, if you by heart this formula, you will forget definitely. I taught you now. Tomorrow you will get to know how this is W equal to W minus alpha int. But when I teach all the concept, you definitely forget. But if you have knowledge how you are getting, why you are getting, what is learning rate, what is loop, what is gradient, why you call it gradient descent algorithms, if you know this, you will not forget. So that's my intention, to make you understand. So I'm teaching all those things. Otherwise, I can go for directly to algorithms. What is algorithm? Just import from scikit-learn library and just do some stuff. It will be predicting house price and all things. It will be important. But in interview, you'll not able to answer all those things. So that's my intention. Are you guys there?
Yeah, is it ML or data science?
See, for data science also you need ML, right? For data
No.
science also you need these algorithms you have to use to analyze the data.
Okay.
For any data science, data analyst role, data science, ML engineer, like generative AI, they definitely ask ML, machine learning algorithms and deep learning algorithms, NLP, and data analysis. Okay, data science itself is analyzing the data. What I said, analyzing the data by using some algorithms. These are the algorithms you will use to analyze the data. Okay. If you go to data science role also, they will definitely first they will ask you machine learning, deep learning only. If you don't know machine learning, deep learning means you don't know the data science. You know that how will your task is to analyze the data, but you don't know which algorithms you have to use. So ultimately, you have to study for the data science, machine learning, deep learning, NLP, and pandas, NumPy, data analysis, all those things. Hope you understand. Are you there, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And
Uh,
one more question. I have one more question.
Yeah. Ask.
Is there like Gen AI will be there, right? So is it like the part of, I mean, what I'm trying to say, in the Gen
So you
AI also,
mean to
like,
say,
we
right,
have an
this is a
algorithm.
data science, right? Or you said Gen AI, it is a part of data science or not, you are asking, right?
Not like that. So I'm asking like Gen AI will be there. So if we learn this one, then only we can understand. Is it like that?
It's kind of like that. No, see, generative AI, for generative AI, you no need to machine learning, deep learning. Like you can directly go to some LangFuse and LangChain and to importing LLMs all. You can manage, but how will you manage an interview if you don't know these things? You got it? See, generative AI came from machine learning, deep learning only. But there you will use only the frameworks. You will not use all those algorithms. Already in the framework, who are implemented that framework, they have implemented all those things. You just import a class and you will use. But in interview, they will ask if you know generative AI means if you know the machine learning, deep learning, and what is neural network and all those things they will ask. For generative AI, you no need to know in-depth machine learning and deep learning. You should know the Python and LangChain, LLM, and transformer. You should know definitely the transformer. Transformer means what? Transformer means what? It is a neural network. If you don't know the deep learning, how will you know the neural network? Right? These are the basics funda. This is the ABCD for AI. Okay. But if you start without machine learning, deep learning, yeah, you can start like generative AI, but
Actually,
you will not understand in depth. Like someone asks you, what is a transformer? What is the architecture of transformer? What is neural network? What is training data? How will you train your model? These things will they will ask in interview. If you don't know anything, like even I was working as a AI engineer, but here I'm not using any machine learning algorithm, deep learning. Already these all are implemented. I use only the framework like LangChain, LangFuse, and LangGraph, and I just make agents out of it. But when I interviewed, they ask everything like what is machine learning, deep learning things, how will you train a model? If you given a model, how will you train? What is mean by validation? What it mean by how will you train a predefined model? How to improve? All the things comes from the basics. If you don't know that these basics, you are not able to. You will understand. You will not able to answer them. That's the main reason behind machine learning and deep learning. First, I'm teaching machine learning, Python and all.
yeah. One more question. Like Gen AI is like a framework, separate framework.
No, see, Gen AI is not a framework. Like Gen AI is like making an application which generate something. You
It
got
is
it?
is it integrated with uh, I mean Python or Python and data science.
See, everything
Or
Python only.
all.
Python only. Everything Python. See, generative AI means it's a name. ChatGPT is there, right? That is the generative AI because generative AI means we generate something. Depends on your query. Those kind of application you are making, that is called generative AI. To make suppose, can I say chatbot is a generative AI? Yes, it
Yeah.
is able to answer your query, right? Whatever your query in chatbot, it is able to answer you, which means what? The chatbot is generating something for you, right? That is called generative AI, right? So how will you implement those things? Who will implement? Those are called generative AI engineer. Okay, for generative to make a one chatbot, you need to have Python and data science. You should have data, you should know the data science because you have to analyze the data, you have to deploy the data, and you should know the LLMs, large language models. What I mean by LLMs? LLMs, it is nothing but a deep learning models only. LLMs, large language model. This is called deep neural networks. Okay, so for that you should know, right? By using some framework, external framework, like you have so many framework, but popularly everyone use LangChain. So LangChain is a kind of framework. You can take any LLM and you can do your applications, like whatever application you want. Either you wanted to make a chatbot, either you wanted to make a personal assistant, either you want to make some resume screener and all. You can do all, whatever the task you want, you can do by using a framework. Ultimately you use all the framework, langchain langwork. I will in the further I will explain what is how to build a project from the scratch. But before that, these are the basics you should know. I will not spend so much on the machine learning, deep learning, but I will spend so much on framework. What you will do in the industry. You got
Yeah,
it?
actually, like, I'm a Java developer, okay, full stack developer.
Okay.
So we are using like Spring Boot and microservices and RESTful APIs we are using. Okay,
Okay.
so like, is it suitable for me? Like, you learning like Gen AI and I can I migrate to the completely like machine
Yes,
learning?
yes, yes, definitely. Are you working on backend engineer?
Yes, we are working backend engineer
Yes.
only.
In
So
my team also,
in
in
future,
my team
like
also.
in future, I am thinking like it is completely end for the Java. So that's why I'm looking for learning a new technology.
Yeah, obviously you have to. Like, have you heard the new news recently? Like Claude. Have you seen the Claude models?
Floor models, okay,
Uh, Actually, the cloud models, they have launched some plugins recently, and it will write your whole code. They are
okay,
saying ST jobs will be vanished.
okay.
So even though if you wanted to survive as a SD job also, you should know the so the see, once upon time something, then SD came, now is a generative AI. Now everyone shifting towards the generative AI. So even though in my team also, who I'm the only ML engineer, everyone who are there, everyone came from the like back end engineers. Now they converted from the back end engineers to AI engineers. So it's good to learn. And if you wanted to survive, what I felt like, if you wanted to survive, you should you should know the AI technologies, all the frameworks, all.
Actually, like I know like basic of Python. I'm just starting of learning new things.
Okay.
Okay, so if I start now, so how many months will we take for me?
Python is very simple. You can learn in like 10 days, but like LangChain, LangGraph, and all you can learn in within 15 day, 40 days, within the 40 days all. But
Are
only
you?
it will take to understand machine learning, deep learning, it will take around 30 to 40 days. This is a funda, machine learning, deep learning, data analysis. See, for any model, you need data, right? If I fed some raw data, it will not work. For that also, you have to learn. These three things, it will take time. And the frameworks are very easy. Knowing the framework, if
Well,
I
like, if possible, like today or tomorrow. Okay, so can you explain? I mean, can you tell me the agenda of the what are the technologies I can learn to switch the completely here Java to here?
yeah. I will tell you tomorrow.
Yeah,
Any doubt? Actually, I have planned to teach through my
yeah, it could
explaining,
be.
writing something and explaining, but it couldn't
Yes,
happen.
share option
But
would be dis.
tomorrow you can teach now, sir, with that notepad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, what about Pawan? Do you have any doubt, Pawan?
No, no, nothing.
Okay. Any doubt?
Yeah, no more.
Yeah.
No, sir.
If you have any doubt, feel free to ask.
Yeah, actually, I listened one of the my friend. So we are already working in the using Spring Boot and microservices. Okay, so of
Okay.
course this also new technologies only microservices.
Mm-hmm.
So one of my friends suggestion to learn Gen AI for it is helpful for microservices.
Yes. Generate.
So if I learn Gen AI without learning like Python and ML, so it is suitable like that. Otherwise,
No,
I need to
see.
completely switch to Python.
No, generative AI is you need to write the codes, right? All the codes you write through Python only.
Okay, so here Java will be not involved.
Java will be there, but they will not support much LangChain, LangGraph. They will support only Python and because Python is very easy to write because Python provide the data analysis things, right? Pandas and NumPy and all. So
Mhm.
everyone use Python.
Sir, those are import libraries, no, sir.
Even in LangChain, LangGraph, those are like you don't need a Python in depth. Only you have frameworks. Right? The classes and all things. You just import and you have to write predefined classes and
Yeah.
all. But those all code you have to write in Python. That's why I'm saying Python is compulsory. If you see Python only, like everyone use Python only for the data science role and AI role and generate everything. All the frameworks available on Python, also Java also available, but Java will not provide so much on like data analysis.
Okay.
Others, any doubt? Or else we can end and we can continue tomorrow.
No
Okay.
doubt, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Bye. See you tomorrow.
Yeah. Thank you.